What's good with you, YouTube? Antayami here, back with another video. And in today's video, we got some more spice. We got some more things going on. I don't know if this is viable, but if you wanted to check out the stream, I did kind of cook with this deck a little bit, right? Kind of figure some stuff out. And we actually did some ranked matches and went 3-0 with this deck for some reason. So, and this is after the YCS. So people were trying to floodgate me and it just didn't work. So, this is just like a prototype, and yeah, I want you guys to just stay tuned and watch this combo, and we'll talk about the deck list in a bit. But this is a yummy White Forest deck that has like the Ancient Fairy Dragon support in it as well. And yeah, we'll go over this combo and then we'll showcase the deck list. And I want you guys to kind of just leave me a comment down below what you guys think about it. It's a little wacky. Obviously this is like prototype number 1. So anyway, let's hop into it. So first, we're going to go ahead and start with the normal summon of Regulus. Regulus is going to search out our World of Spirits. World of Spirits is going to activate. It's going to search our Spores, the Fairy Seed. And then now Regulus has the effect where it can actually special summon any beast, plants, or fairy level 4 light monster from our hands. That also includes our yummy monsters, since they are a light beast. And we're gonna talk about something funny about this card too, but that's part of later on. We'll talk about it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and special summon our seed. On special summon, it can increase its levels up to the number of monsters you control. So we're gonna make this a level 3 because 2 monsters and increase up to level 3. So then this is how we make our Ancient Fairy. Then Ancient Fairy's effect is gonna pop the field spell. We're gonna gain 1,000, and we're gonna search Witches of the White Forest. And talking about where I got the idea of this deck from is that I wanted to utilize the field spell being locked out of the dark effect to not be a factor in my deck profile, especially when it comes to the White Forest. So there is no Azumina in this deck, and the only dark monster in my extra deck is Chaos Angel, and everything else is, not dark. So no SP Lord Knight at the moment, but you never know, it may change. But for right now, this right here, activating this as your first action, doesn't really change much of your combos. Unless you're going second and you're trying to end on a Chaos Angel. That's the only bad thing, right? So anyway, we go Witches of the White Forest, and then we're going to activate the effect to search a Stellar. Ancient Fairy Dragon is going to special summon a Stellar from our hand. Stellar is going to send the field spell, and we're going to summon Sylvie. Sylvie effect is going to activate to search out our Tails, and then we're going to Synchro 6 into a RCL. RCL effect is going to pitch our Tails to search out for a Zet. Then we're going to use the effects of these guys right here. So we're going to use Chainlink 2 Tails and Chainlink 1 Stellar to bring herself back out. Then we're going to activate Tails immediately so we can search out for our Rusia. This is going to be very important to bridge our yummy stuff. Then we're going to Synchro 8. Synchro 8 is going to bring out our Delibel's Queen of the White Forest to add back our Tails here, just to have a spell for a Zet. Then we're going to activate Rusia's effect. Rusia is going to special summon herself out from the hand, and then we're going to use Sylvie effect to shuffle the Rusia or Arciela. Sorry, these names are confusing my brain right now. Shout out to being dyslexic. To overlay into our Flame Banshee. Then we're going to use the Flame Banshee effect to search out our Snake Eye Birch. Then we're going to special summon Snake Eye Birch because we control a fire monster here. And after that, we're going to go ahead and go Azet effect. Azet is going to special herself out by searching out Delibel's, the White Witch. And this is how we're going to bridge into our yummy. So now we're going to turn our Azet into an Artemis. And then we're going to synchro those two into our Cupsy. Cupsy effect is going to activate, adding our Cupsy and our Marshmallow, discarding Marshmallow here. And then we're going to activate the effect of Cupsy. Cupsy is going to search our Surprise, big surprise. And we're gonna go ahead and turn all these monsters into a Staruja because we need the space for what we're gonna make this board into. So I decided to make a Staruja here, and we're gonna add or pretty much draw 4 and then put back 3. For this example, I'm just gonna add Fuwa because this is basically a +1, and the cards that you add doesn't really matter. You could add like more going first or going second cards in games 2 and 3 and stuff like that, but anyway, you get this far, you pretty much should probably be winning the game anyway. we're gonna activate surprise. Surprise is gonna bring back Marshmallow. Marshmallow effect will add back surprise, and then we're gonna turn that into a Snatchy. Snatchy effect is going to place our minions. Minions is going to place our Cupsy from the graveyard, and then we're gonna synchro into our Lollipo. Lollipo is gonna bring back our 2 level 1 Yummy monsters. Then after that, we are going to summon out our Spore from the Fairy Seed. Spore the Fairy Seed. And this also has an effect where if you control those 3 types and it's a light monster, then you can special summon this card from the graveyard. And this card is not once per turn, so it can modulate its leveling effect as long as it keeps special summoning. So since I control 6 monsters here, I can level it up to level 7. But from here, we're just going to choose 2 because we're going to make sure that we make our arc light here. So we're going to take all these and turn it into our arc light. And then we're going to use the effect of Star User to special summon our Delibels. And then we're going to use Delibel's effect, Dump Curse. Curse, search Femina. Femina is going to search out our Vengeance, Delibel Star Vengeance. And then we're going to use Vengeance effect to banish 2. And we're going to special summon it itself onto the field. And we're going to use Reckless Graveyard effect because it has a graveyard effect for some reason to put back any field spell. It could be any field spell to the bottom of your deck to draw 1 card. And for this example, we're going to draw a Fuwa. So yeah. Then we're going to set our surprise. And this is our combo based off of just 1 card. 1 card. That's it. So that's pretty insane, right? So if I remember the deck list, it's 22 starters. I think it's kind of like 1 card starters or 1.5 starters if you have like a spell in your hand and whatnot. So yeah, it has a lot of push power. It's very interesting. Let's go ahead and showcase the deck list right now. All right, so this is our deck list that we came up with for the time being. So here's the thing with this deck, right? So this deck is very explosive. It has a lot of push power. It has a lot of craziness going on. And one person in my stream was like, yo, you should make this a 50 card deck because it was 45 before. And I get the ratios kind of like hide the bricks a little bit better, so that's a great thing as well. But yeah, this is the deck list. We're playing the 8 Yummy monsters here, the 1 minions, and then we're playing the Regulus. This card is crazy. I was thinking on how do I extend with like using the fact that this is a way to get into your Snatchy, because this card is a light beast. And if you read Snatchy's, kind of like his link summoning condition is that it takes 1 level 4 or lower light beast monsters. Now, granted, there's not a lot of good ones out there outside of the Yummy monsters, but these cards came up and I was like, and then that's where I kind of got the idea of this deck. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's very explosive. Like I said, this is your main normal summon. This feels like a Sylvie in this deck because it kind of bridges both your engines together. But more importantly, it's a way to get into your White Force engine, and your White Force engine can get into your Cupsy Yummy engine over here. So it's really, really cool. And again, the way I figured that out, there's 2 options you can do with this. Is that you can use Snake Eye Birch with the Flame Banshee, or you can do a Nemesis. You can use this guy, and then you can use Granite to search this card. And since this guy right here banished himself to draw a card, you can use his effect to banish himself, and then use the Nemesis Keystone to summon itself out by shuffling back the Regulus. And it's pretty cool. But I like this package better because it can also bridge you into your Nemesis package, which, I mean, why is this card legal? So that's kind of like the idea of it. So you can be flexible with that if you like to, things of that nature. So, but yeah, it's pretty like obviously in phase 1 here. So I don't know how far I'm going to take this. I don't plan on taking this to like a YCS or a regionals, but maybe to a locals. I think it'll be kind of funny to take. So you might see that happening in the near future, but yeah. This is like, again, a prototype of a side deck here because there's a lot of decks out there that are trying to lock you out of the game. So I decided to play like the Bells, the Drolls, and the Ash Blossoms to kind of like prevent that, on top of like the Fuwas and stuff like that. So that's the idea behind that as well. And yeah, This is our extra deck. Our extra deck is a little crazy. I feel like everything is very like standard. Well, I would say standard, but it comes up, right? Except for Chaos Angel and Zapper Shrimp. Like, I feel like these two can be like something a little bit better, but I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted Zapper Shrimp because Zapper Shrimp is an effect that you can summon off of the Queen, and it gives you access to Chaos Angel as extra interruptions. But usually it doesn't really matter to get that far because you have the Yummy package that also gives you infinite interruptions. So I don't know, we'll see. But the main idea is to summon the wolf books the moon, everything, and it's very, very annoying and very strong. Another cool thing that you can do with the Queen is that if you read her effect, she can summon any any Synchro Tuner from your graveyard. And I'm trying to see what her effect is right here. You can special summon one level 7 or lower Synchro monster from your extra deck, graveyard, or banishment. So that also includes these guys right here. So they won't get their effects because they have to be synchro summoned, and this one kind of like cheats it out of the extra deck. But it's pretty funny that it can happen. So I wouldn't recommend it, but it's just something to note. And yeah, that's all I gotta say for this profile. Again, let me you guys know what you guys think about it, and I can continue to work on it as well and go from there, right? All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yami out. Peace.